Howdy folks, and welcome back to the channel. I have my grandson over here and we took it all apart and I let him scrub on it with a toothbrush for, I don't know, he probably did it for 2-3 hours non-stop, just scrubbing away. I guess he really wants to ride this when he gets bigger. So we took the wheels off. I got to relace the back rim. It's missing half its spokes. That'll be fun. I'm going to take off the triple trees and handlebars and touch up all the black, stuff that's black. I want to keep the frame all original, so with all the love marks, the scrapes and bruises, because it's just a restoration. It's not a restoration. We just want to keep its vintage appearance, like it was worn and used like it was. Anyways, I'm gonna get you guys set up and I'm gonna try to get that rim relaced and get all the spokes off of it and clean that up. So, alright, here's the rim. I did take some pictures of this so I kind of can figure out how it goes back together. You see all the spokes are missing, and I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. So we're gonna take the rest of these spokes off the easy way, because they're too rusty to come off the proper way. Shot me in the junk. She's starting to get flippy floppy. Two more. Get all these out of there. Alright, there we go. Now let me set you guys up and we'll scrub this rim up. Get all these out of here. Scrubbed up enough to make it usable again. Oh, come on. These are so nasty. And there we have it. Alright, let's get you guys set up and we'll clean this off. Alright, I'm going to use some soap pads. Steel wool soap pads, because the soap in them helps keep things from rusting. Take this nasty thing, let that get warm. Yeah, she could stand to use a coat of paint. Alright guys, we're back. Let's try to get these spokes in there. Never done this before, so I can see kind of how some of them were. So I'll put those ones in first. These all going up. Come on. Shedding. Oh, let's see if these things slide in there better now. Yeah, there we go. That's how it should be. Well, crap, folks. The battery died on the camera when I was lacing that wheel. But I did get everything all tightened up, and I used a bucket to true it. It didn't have the tire on there, so it fit in there with the axle in there. I just held the axle with one hand, just would spin it, and just, your eyes are the best thing to do this. I mean, for something like this, first I went around and I made sure that it was true, you know, it wasn't going up and down. I got all that tightened in, and then I worked on the bend in the rim, because somebody rode around with half the spokes missing and bent the rim. So then I just watched this side and I tightened them up, and there's videos on how to do that, which ones to tighten up to pull it one way or the other. You just use common sense. If you just tighten up the ones that are pulling this way to pull it that way, you might have to loosen up the ones on the other side so it can pull. And then you just go around and do that all the way around till when you spin it, this isn't weeble wobbling. And then I went around and tightened them all up real good and checked it again. But just used my cat litter bucket here, and for the side to side I just look at this edge in the rim and spin it. And then for the up and down I just looked at it through this edge. Your eyes are pretty good. You can see if it's off real easily, as long as you got points of reference to eyeball against. Anyways, let's get on to some other stuff here. Getting that tire on was a pain in the butt. This thing is pretty dry and it barely fits on there. Getting it on there without popping the tube was a chore. But anyways, there's that. Then we got all these other parts I've been cleaning up. I got some before and after shots of the shocks there. Got the forks all done. Handlebars were bent, and straightened those out and painted them. Just making some of the stuff look pretty good. Patched those up. They were a little cracked and stuff, and got them as red as I could without having to paint them. That should work though. See what else we got. Alright, let's polish this gas tank up and see if we can make that look a little better too. And that's how that looks after getting buffed up. She looks pretty good. She's got some whiskey dents in her. Probably explains the bent handlebars. But she doesn't look too bad. Alright, on to the next. Alright, let's find all the bolts. Gas tanks. We just gotta go on with the old engine. Bag of nuts and bolts there. These are all in bags, so that should help a little bit. These are all engine mount bolts. Where's the engine mount? Let's see how much you guys can see there. Alright folks, she's all back together. I still got to get some rear brake shoes. I got to get a new rear sprocket. 'Cause, I mean, that thing is pointy. It's wore out. So I got to get a sprocket. Got to get a clutch cable. I have to get I got to unfree that front brake cable. That's stuck up pretty good. But other than that, she looks pretty good compared to what she looked like before, don't she? I mean, and that looks pretty darn good. This thing was rough. So hopefully in the next video, it's supposed to be warm the next couple days. In the next video, I'm going to try to fire it up and see if it'll run. So stay tuned and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.